Swarm intelligence is a fascinating concept that can be harnessed for various real-world applications, including disaster management and response. This video will briefly cover the key principles of swarm intelligence and explore real-world examples of how these principles are applied in disaster management. Decentralization. In swarm intelligence, there is no central authority dictating actions. This decentralized approach is exemplified in the behavior of ants. Ant colonies operate without a single leader, and each ant follows simple rules. In disaster management, this principle can be applied by using decentralized communication networks. For instance, in a forest fire scenario, autonomous drones can relay information to each other, creating a network that adapts to changing conditions and helps guide people to safety. Self-organization, in which the behavior of a swarm emerges from the interactions of its members. A real-world example of this is how schools of fish move together without a leader. In disaster management, self-organization can be applied to coordinate volunteers during a crisis. Mobile apps and social media platforms can enable volunteers to self-organize, share information, and provide assistance to affected communities without a central authority directing their actions. Adaptability. Swarms are highly adaptable, responding to changing conditions based on local information. In disaster management, adaptive algorithms can optimize evacuation routes based on real-time data. For example, during a flood, traffic management systems can dynamically reroute vehicles to avoid flooded roads, ensuring the safety of evacuees. Robustness. Swarm intelligence often results in robust and fault-tolerant systems. Honeybee colonies continue to function effectively even if some bees are lost. Emergent behavior. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of swarm intelligence is the emergent behavior that arises from simple individuals working together. In disaster management, emergent behavior is seen in crowdsourcing and information sharing. Mobile apps and social media platforms can collect real-time data from individuals, enabling the creation of vital disaster maps and coordinating volunteer efforts. This collective wisdom is often more powerful than individual contributions. These principles of swarm intelligence can find practical applications in various aspects of disaster management. Search and rescue operations. Drones and autonomous robots, operating collectively, can navigate disaster-stricken areas to locate survivors and relay vital information to first responders. This has been notably used in earthquake-stricken regions to access difficult-to-reach areas and save lives. Evacuation planning. Algorithms based on swarm intelligence assist in the efficient planning of evacuation routes, ensuring the safety of affected populations during disasters such as hurricanes or wildfires. You will likely be familiar with this through Google Maps traffic tracking, which uses users' phone data to anticipate delays to your journey in real time. Resource allocation. Swarm intelligence can be used to optimize the distribution of essential resources, like medical supplies and food, ensuring they reach the areas with the greatest need during disasters like pandemics or earthquakes. An example of why this is important is the failures in the global supply chain during the COVID pandemic. Communication networks. In cases where traditional communication infrastructure fails, swarm intelligence can establish ad hoc networks using mobile devices, ensuring that affected communities remain connected. Alternatives to phone lines and internet include devices with GPS capability, and more traditional methods of communication such as signaling and relay systems. Sensors and data collection. Swarms of sensors, including drones and ground-based units, gather critical data on environmental conditions, structural damage, and other crucial information in disaster-affected areas, aiding in decision-making and response coordination. Japan's world-class disaster management infrastructure includes an extensive array of sensors placed around areas known to be vulnerable to landslides, allowing for a sophisticated early warning system. Damage assessment. Teams of robots or drones, working collaboratively based on swarm intelligence principles, can efficiently survey disaster-affected areas, expediting the process of assessing damage and planning recovery efforts. Disaster prediction and early warning systems. By analyzing data from various sources, swarm intelligence enhances the accuracy of early warning systems, providing timely alerts to at-risk populations for events like hurricanes, tsunamis, or wildfires. Uses of this open-source intelligence were notably made popular during the Russian invasion of Ukraine, where satellite imagery and social media allowed observers to achieve an increased level accuracy. Community support. Swarm intelligence promotes self-organization and collaboration within disaster-stricken communities, enabling neighbors to coordinate efforts, share resources, and provide mutual assistance effectively. This was seen in the aftermath of Cyclone Nargis in Myanmar, where community-level networks proved to be more effective at delivering support than centralized authorities. Disaster recovery and reconstruction. Swarm intelligence also contributes to optimizing the reconstruction process after a disaster has struck, from damage assessment to planning and executing rebuilding efforts efficiently. Incorporating swarm intelligence into disaster management significantly enhances the efficiency, speed, and adaptability of these operations, potentially saving lives and reducing the impact of disasters. By drawing inspiration from nature's collective intelligence, we are better equipped to address the formidable challenges posed by such crises. You have been watching Disaster Relay. Links to more information on swarm intelligence are located in the description below. Like, comment and subscribe to support the channel. Wishing you a pleasant day.